So how to prepare for an audit. So the IRS, for most individuals or small businesses, there's two types of audits. There's a correspondence audit where the IRS is just focusing on one thing or two things like high charity donations or high medical expenses. And what they'll do is they'll mail you something and ask you to mail back or fax back your response. And basically they'll want detailed records of proof of receipts, date of contributions or date of services, bank statements, canceled checks, anything you can to prove that these expenses were valid. The more traditional audit for small businesses or people that are self-employed is where an agent gets assigned to the case. Normally they'll mail something to you sometimes, and what's becoming more common is they'll drop off the letter at your office. They'll actually stop by your home or office to give you the notice. They're kind of doing a mini fact-finding mission there to see what type of business you have, and is it busy? Do you have a lot of customers, etc.? And that's a more general audit. What they'll do is they'll ask for your profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, general ledger, bank statements, proof of receipts. It could be, they could ask for everything on your business return or Schedule C, or they can focus it onto some more specific issues. A lot of times, they're looking at travel, meals, high expenses that look out of the ordinary. And sometimes they'll want to know what's the business purpose. If it's travel or meals, who did you meet with, where, what did you do? So it's important to have good records, keep a calendar. That's one thing we've used in a lot of audits is we show people's calendar, where they were, what they did. If you're traveling, there's some apps to keep track of your car mileage. That's another thing. So you want to make sure before you submit anything to the auditor that you review it. If you don't have expenses, if you don't have proof, then you may not want to submit anything. You may want to see what they're going to assess first. Okay, that's something we do where people that don't have records or the returns were prepared incorrectly. So it's important when you get an audit to review your documentation before you submit anything.